What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today on Crypto Lit. My name's Nathan, joining you today from a beautiful, hot, sunny day here in Texas. Temperature is right around 100 degrees, really hot one today. I wanted to jump on real quick as markets are coming down again on crypto and just give y'all an update. Please go ahead and make sure and hit that like and subscribe button for me. It's the number one thing you can do to help this channel out. I also want to make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Got some good content for you here today. But as markets are continuing to crash today, we've just dipped below 18,000. I believe we've got a ways to go much further down. So let's go ahead, jump on into it and take a look at what's going on right now. So let me go ahead and switch over here. We'll take a look at the chart, and what I'm showing you right now is the Bitcoin to US dollar chart on Bitstamp, and I've got the 200, 150 week moving averages shown here in the yellow, blue, and red lines. And so, a couple of things to cover here. Bitcoin had never done two things. First thing that Bitcoin had never done was go below a previous all-time high. That rule was broken just today as we dipped below that 19,900-ish range, 19,700 range, something like that, and came down below that level, right up here at the top. So that rule was broken today. It had never gone below a previous all-time high. Previous all-time high here, see if we can drill it on this small screen. Previous all-time high was 19,666. So when it broke down below that today, that's a first for Bitcoin. The other thing that Bitcoin has never done was close a weekly candle below the 200 week moving average. And so we'll zoom in. One of the things you'll see is several times it is wicked below that 200 weekly moving average, but it's never closed a candle below it. You got some wicks below it here in 2020. You had some wicks below it back here in 2015, but it never closed a weekly candle below that 200 week moving average. And I think what we're seeing is that we have about 24 hours to go before that rule is broken. We're about what? I guess about $4,000. About 4,000 below that 200 week moving average right now. Me personally, I don't see us getting that big of a bounce to get back up over the 200 week moving average before tomorrow's close. So I do believe that is going to be another first for Bitcoin. So where do I see things going? A lot of people will be throwing out this number for you, and I'll show you why. The number is probably about 10,500. If we go back in time and look at, this one, the chart that I've got access to, furthest back it goes is about 2012. But if we go back and we looked at right about here, and let me pull up the measuring tool here and bring it down, hit it there, and pull that down to this right here. That was an 83% drop back in 2012. You'll see from the all-time high back there down to the bear market bottom. In 2014, the all-time high was up around here. This was an 86% drop down to the bear market low in 2015. Right there on January 12th, 2015, that week. That was an 86% drop. When we come into the 2018 bull market, from the bull market high down to the bear market low, from right here down to here in the end of 2018, that was another 85% drop. So what we see on a consistent basis is that each time Bitcoin goes into a bull market and then drops down into the bear market. The bear market low seems to be about 85% ish from the all-time high that it had gotten to in the bull market. So where would 85% see us if we come in here? Let me pull up again the measuring tool. We're going to come in. It really sucks doing this on the phone, but we're going to come in and pull that down. If we went to an 85% drop off of that, that puts us in that 10,500 range. So that's where I see things going for Bitcoin. Let me flip back over here. That's really where I see things going for Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks. We are really charging down fast and hard, fast and heavy down to the bottom side here. I really do think that we're going to see that typical bear market low where we drop 85%, around that 85% from the all-time high that we had in our bull market. So that's kind of where things going. How should you look to respond to this as a person invested in Bitcoin? You know, I would say put in some buy orders, one at maybe around 13,000, 14,000, and then put another one in right around 11,000 and try and catch some of these up on the way down, because even those numbers are not bad places to enter into to purchase on Bitcoin. You know, even where we were at yesterday at 20K is not a bad place to be picking up Bitcoin at. And set some buy orders in as we kind of come down into that $10,000 range to see if you can pick up some additional Bitcoin in that area. You know, I'm focusing, I've told you all this before, I'm focusing on a few coins. My top four: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP. And those are the ones to me that seem strong enough and seem poised to be able to make it through this bear market into our next bull market, which should be hopefully in 2024, sometime around in there. So those are the four that I'm focusing on accumulating dollar cost average into Bitcoin as we are getting into these levels that we haven't seen since the end of 2020. Now, a lot of people, if you watch media, if you watch news and stuff like that, people who cover traditional markets, you know, everybody right now is using this time to FUD Bitcoin, to start saying things like, oh, this is just what we all expected with Bitcoin. It's a scam. It's going to go down to zero. And we've been hearing this for a long time. But those people, they don't watch the market cycles for Bitcoin. And they don't know that we've been expecting this drop. You know, if you cover, or if you watch Bitcoin and have seen how it reacts in bear markets, if you've been part of a previous cycle before and gone through a bear market cycle before, you know that this was stuff that we were expecting. We see that 85% drop from all-time high each time we go through a full cycle. And so, you know, don't let their casting of FUD get you knocked off of Bitcoin and your opportunity that you have right now to acquire Bitcoin at this level and make a life-altering investment. We've seen this happen now multiple times. We know that Bitcoin will end up coming back up again after the halving event in 2024-ish. You know, that should be about the time that it halves the next time around. So we know that after that halving cycle that should happen in 2024, that Bitcoin is going to go through supply shock, and we'll see that ramp right back up to all-time highs again. So right now is your chance to get into Bitcoin at levels that, you know, we haven't seen again in a couple of years. If you thought that you'd missed the boat on Bitcoin, the last bull market high back when it was 70 grand, you know, this is your time. This is what you've been waiting for. Of course, this is not financial advice, but what I'm doing is I'm making my dollar cost average entries into Bitcoin again as we continue to drop down level by level. And again, I think it's going to go down to right below that $11,000 level to mid 10,000s, somewhere around in there. So And what I'm doing is I'm dollar cost averaging as it goes down. You know, when we talk about all this fear that that people are putting into Bitcoin, that you're constantly seeing on Twitter feeds and news feeds and all that kind of stuff, you know, what you have to ask yourself is this. If Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies were going to fail, would we see 75% of all retailers looking to make crypto purchases part of their online capabilities? Would they be looking to make crypto purchases part of their payment system for 75% of all retailers in the US? That's a stat that came out recently over the last couple of weeks. If crypto was going to fail, would we see our government starting to look at doing their own digital currency? What you have to ask yourself is, do we see more of a move towards digital currencies in the future or less? And the obvious answer is we're going to see more of that, not less. We're going to see more moves towards digital currencies in the future. So with this in mind, you need to just ignore all the naysayers, all those grumpy old farts that keep saying stuff like Bitcoin's a scam and Bitcoin's going to zero. You know, I saw it several more times this week from a bunch of different people. Ignore that crap, okay? You know where Bitcoin is going. Go ahead and set yourself up for the future for that next bull market high. So that's what I'm doing. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, but that's what I'm doing to set myself up for the next bull run. Hope you guys got some interesting information out of this content today. Again, please make sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Also, check out my links in the description below for my Bybit bonus and my FTX bonus. If you're looking to do some trading on Bitcoin at this time as things are going down, please check out those links, but make sure you're an experienced trader, that you know what you're doing before you get into doing longs or shorts on Bybits. But that's all I've got for y'all today. See y'all in the next video.